Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby83 with another edition of a Mr. Hornsby83 review, and I'm reviewing the Boondocks. I was gonna review it Saturday night, but so much was going on. I was gonna do it last night, but I'm like, well, I might as well just do it with the first two episodes of season 4. And so I'm going to start with last week's episode, which was Bobby Pretty Boy Flitzy, which is a pretty funny episode. And, you know, I thought when they brought it back, it wasn't going to be as funny as it was before they took it off. Why it took so long to get the show back on the air is beyond me. But, that was a pretty good episode. It starts out with Riley, Huey, and Granddad watching TV, and they're watching this thing about Bobby Flitzy robbing some liquor store, which you find out what the real story behind that was at the end of the episode. But and I'm guessing this Bobby Pretty Boy Flitzy was supposed to be a cheap shot at Chris Brown and what happened a few years ago with the Rihanna incident, and I guess he's done some other stuff. But yeah. Dude, it goes to Tom and his wife. Granddad says turn down the TV, and then they go to a window and they hear Tom and his wife arguing. And she's getting mad at Tom because he's apologizing for something he did. They never specified what it was he did to apologize for, but afterwards. He comes over to the Freeman's house to, I guess, stay over there and talk to them, but Granddad tells him not to open the door, and he sits on a porch, and Huey comes out and hands him something to eat. He's like, well, don't tell Granddad I gave this to you. And then, next we go to Bobby Pretty Boy Flitzy talking to Tom about representing him on this liquor store robbery. And then Tom starts telling him about problems with his wife, and Flitzy tells him he'll help him and all that. And this episode is kind of reminiscent of the episode about Usher, which was a pretty funny episode. I mean, especially with a pimp named Slick. That was funny. But, yeah, so after they talk about that, he brings him to his house to meet him, and then Granddad, Riley, Huey all come over, and they're trying to warn him that he's going to try to sleep with his wife and that, and Tom says, no, he's just trying to help me with my problem with my wife. And then they all eat lunch together, and Tom's wife's acting like she's, acted crazy because she's real drunk and everything, and Tom gets really mad at her and walks away from the table, and Bobby Pretty Boy Flitzy takes him to his man camp, as he called it, and he gets high off this really big blunt. I don't know, but then he's like, then you see him flirt with all these women and all that. Then he goes to the courthouse to look at the video of the robbery of the liquor store again. And then he sees, when the other lawyers walk out of the room, he sees that the robbery was all fake and set up and all that. And he confronts him about it. He says, well, you know, you have to act stupid now these days because R&B's practically dead. So he said, you gotta act like an idiot. And then he's like, I bet you didn't even beat up on Christiana. He's like, oh, don't ever question me beating up on Christiana because I beat the crap out of her, which was pretty funny. And then when Tom says something about trying to get his wife back and all that, Bobby Pretty Boy Flitzy came up with an idea to help him get his wife. He, like, stages a fight with Tom, and Tom gets the best of him, and his wife's all over him, like, oh, Tom, I'm so sorry, you were a maniac, and all that. And then about to go upstairs and make some love, but halfway up while he's carrying his wife, he trips on the stairs. And the episode goes off. So I'm going to give this episode, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 because it was pretty funny and I really liked it. And now I'm going to get to tonight's episode, which I watched bits and pieces of it, but I saw enough to know what the main problem was, and it's Granddad tells Huey and Riley they're broke and they're going to move out of the house, and then Ed's the third's dad is like taking over the money collecting, or what, I forgot how he said it, but taking over the profiting on like collecting the bills for the houses and that. Then he tells him he's in debt. Then come to find out, I guess he's a mob boss, or works for the mob, because he's like killing people throughout the episode and bringing them to the Freeman's house. And then at the end, oh yeah, Uncle Ruckus, you find out he ran for president and almost won. Uncle Ruckus, you know, even though he's racist against his own, you know, his own people, he's still like one of the best characters on the show. Him and Ed the Third are just hilarious. All this like one of my favorite episodes is when Uncle Ruckus's family came out to see him, and it was just hilarious. His dad hated his grandma hated his dad. It was just very funny, but yeah. At the end, Uncle Ruckus and Wensler's the third's dad, like, convinced them to go to work slavery, but basically what he was saying was, if I need help with the hole being dug, you're gonna help me dig it, because he's like, in case he kills somebody, or like I say, he's part of the mafia or something, or a mob boss. But yeah, this episode was pretty good and funny at the end. It was just a hilarious episode. The episode I'm looking forward to, I don't know if it's going to be next week or somewhere down the road, is when they bring back the old guy that Granddad fought. I think it was season 1, maybe it's season 2. I can't wait for that episode. But I'm going to give this episode, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. And, you know, sorry I gave a bad review on the second episode. Like I said, I watched this piece because I'm watching Raw, and, you know, the reason I watched all last week because John Cena was the main event on Raw, so can't stand Cena, y'all know how to. But yeah, that'll do it for my reviews of the Boondocks. Before the show does the season finale, we'll have a few more reviews of it. This Thursday, I believe I said my next topic show will be my thoughts on how I think Power Rangers Super Mega Force is going so far. So, until next Thursday, catch you guys later. Peace out.